Throughout this podcast, I will be exploring three of Henry Hadow's key ideas about education. Hadow produced a number of reports surrounding education, later known as the Hadow Reports. One of his key ideas called for the abandonment of all-age schools. In his 1926 report, Hadow suggests there should be a division in education from the age of 11. The pupil should attend a separate school known as secondary school. However, this mustn't be confused with the idea that Hadow invented secondary schools, as he did not. Higher elementary schools were established in 1900. Although there was an expansion in higher elementary schools during the early 1900s, this did not mean all children studied in separate schools from the age of 11. Many continued in the same elementary school until the age of 14. The reports did not directly impact education, however I believe they had an influence over the 1944 Education Act, also known as the Butler Act. As shown here in this Google Ngram chart, there is a spike in the use of Henry Hadow's name during the 40s, around the same time the Act came into play. Many of the changes echo what Hadow wrote about in his reports, thus reinforcing the idea that he did have some influence on the 1944 Education Act. Another key idea Hadow wrote about was in his 1933 report. He felt children required a healthy diet, rest, and exercise to be successful. This theory has been proven true over the years, with studies showing school children becoming less attentive towards their studies when deprived of a break. There has also been a dramatic increase in childhood obesity. Studies suggest there is a correlation between this and their educational attainment. Looking at this graph, we see obesity at a high whilst attainment is at a low, thus reinforcing Hadow's idea children require a healthy diet to be successful in school. As well as this, Hadow felt having a library in a school would benefit all students. He put forward the idea that only the best books should be used in schools, as growing minds can be influenced by literature. In his report, he states the books must be accurate as well as well written in a coherent and enthusiastic style to engage their minds. Hadow separates the different institutes by analysing the departments and matching them with appropriate books. For infants, he suggests vibrant picture books so the child can associate words they are learning with images they recognise. Moving on to the junior department, Hadow suggests oral reading books should be available so the pupil is able to learn sound techniques. Continuing on to secondary school, Hadow felt the books should become more intellectual. Their purpose changes to become for studying rather than the art of reading. That concludes my podcast on Henry Hadow. Next I shall critically reflect upon his work surrounding education.